Hello, 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 all you wonderful, beautiful people. Welcome to Gangelized Treasures. My name's Renee. Thank you for coming to the channel, and all of those that have come back who are subscribers, thank you so much. We do appreciate each and every one of you. I got up and just thought, oh, just going to check a few things. And I went, oh my gosh, I haven't uploaded this video yet. And then I went, oh, that's because I didn't know I had enough to make two parts. So this is part two of Have I Been Here Before? And if you are new to the channel, again, welcome. We go on thrifting adventures, sometimes me by myself, sometimes me and my daughter. My niche is really antique wood furniture. I do love the glass. I love the vintage, the collectibles, the mid-century modern stuff. In fact, I still have my mom's colander upstairs, the 5-star. I use it all the time. And we used to just be able to go to a thrift store and go, oh, that's cute, oh, that's pretty, oh, that's vintage, oh, that's mid-century modern, pick them out. And they would sell. I didn't make a ton of money, but I wasn't doing it full time. And then when the economy changed, it's been over a year now, when the economy really started to change, what people were buying started to change. And I quickly realized that I'm going to have to change my strategy for what I buy. I'm going to have to be more picky. Is that a word? More particular. And I heard Josh say that you want to go in and pick things that as if you were buying for somebody that you wanted to impress. And also when I started, I had no idea what sell-through rate was or what it meant. It was just like, oh, all these people are buying this stuff, but everybody says Disney sells and Nike sells, and that's not always true. Always do your own research. So I did learn a lot through trial and error. And once I learned about sell-through rate, that was kind of a big, change for the game. And then when the economy changed, that was, another little twist. And if you're new to the channel, we just moved about a year ago. Well, a year and a half ago, I moved to St. Louis. And then in January, we moved the house and David. So January 31st was when the house and everything came to St. Louis. And because of the housing market and this crazy economy, we ended up living in an Airbnb for 3 months, and everything, all of my clothes, everything on my eBay store was in the storage shed. And I tried to convince the movers and David to put that stuff up in the front. That didn't happen. So my eBay store was on vacation mode for 6 months or more, because then we finally found this house, and then we moved, and then we couldn't find anything in the basement. And then I had to move everything in the basement away from the walls, because here in St. Louis, this is a I believe 1947 bungalow. They built them quickly is the only thing I can figure out, because they used, I think it's called cinder block. They use cinder block, which is very porous. So the water literally just comes in. Remember, and I can't have that because we're allergic to mold. So then we had to get that fixed. Everything had to come away from the walls. Sorry, my allergies are just on overload. So that the guys could get to the walls, and they put in this fancy drain system so that any water that comes in goes out. There's a sump pump over there, took up part of my space that I was going to use for the shop. But we finally got set up. We finally started putting things back on eBay, and then I went to go look for a piece of jewelry. Excuse me. I also sell on Whatnot, and I thought, I don't remember what this piece is. is this fruit jasper? Is this forest jasper? Is it ocean jasper? And I went to go look on eBay and it was gone. The listing was gone. It was not in my unsold. It was not in my sold. It was not in my active inventory. It was just gone. And I realized I probably had 250 pieces of jewelry listed, and 85 to 90% of them were just gone. I spent a whole day looking, they were just gone. And I'm like, not doing this. Not spending all the time to answer all the questions on eBay to list a piece of jewelry and then just to have it disappear. So all my jewelry I now sell on Whatnot. And so that took a lot of my inventory away. Then when we moved, um, a lot of the inventory got redonated. There just wasn't any way to move everything. We only had a limited amount of space in the trailer. And, bringing the freezer and the beds were, kind of more important than bringing 4 tuppers of plush. So that is a quick catch up for where we were and why we're here now and what's going on. For this video, as I said, I was checking some things. I went, oh my gosh, I have all this other footage that I haven't uploaded. So in my hurry to get that done, here I am in my little flannels. I thought I got to get this done. I got to get the intro done so I can get this uploaded today. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming along. And without further ado, let's get into the rest of this Have I Been Here Before thrifting footage. And I will see you in a blink of an eye. So let's jump right back into where we left off before. I am always intrigued by things in boxes. Open them, see what's in them. Sometimes it is what it says on the box, and sometimes it's something better. It might be a surprise. This I really looked at because I have several Christmas plates that have the Christmas tree on them, and I can't remember who makes them, but this is not the same one. The ones I have sold very well. I bought them in February, and I sold them right after Thanksgiving. This is absolutely adorable. I should have folded it up just to make sure all the hinges worked. I thought it was really nice. And again, I may have been in my eBay brain and not in my Whatnot brain. I'm guessing that's an ashtray, so I wasn't really thrilled with it. I guess it could have been a candle holder. All these little ornaments are kind of like the precious moments. And that was really nice. I liked it because it was yellow, but I didn't see a whole lot of resale value in it. Anyway, you have to be careful with those ornaments because just like everything else, some of them are worth a lot of money and some of them are not. And plates, you see me go through the plates. These are vintage, but eBay is becoming quite saturated. There were like over 1,000 of those listed, and the sell-through rate was not very good at all. This is Royal Norfolk. Again, it's not one of those ones that has a really great sell-through rate. There were a lot of them listed, but I do go through the plates. I do want to learn more about plates. I think the only ones I've bought was the Christmas ones that I was talking about. But if you don't go through the parts of the store that you don't know about and look up stuff and learn, you're not going to learn. So I go through the plates, and I usually, there's those lights. I'm going to talk about those later. I usually, if it's a 20-minute video, I have probably been in the store about 2 hours. I was hoping maybe that might be Italian, but it's not. And I did not look it up. So if you know anything about that, if you know anything about plates that sell really, really well, let me know in the comments. I saw these and thought, oh, maybe these are the Italian ones. No, these are Sendici. They're hand painted, but I looked them up on eBay, and there's a ton sold and not a very high sell-through rate. So we're going to head on over here. There's some coffee cups. Coffee cups used to be like a lot of things. Used to be able to get them because they were cute. But now, for me anyway, maybe there are some people I'm sure that can sell coffee cups all kinds all day long. But for me, they have to be a cartoon that everybody knows. They have to be very vintage. I'm thinking Snoopy type. And this is cast iron. I love cast iron. I have quite a bit of it. I just don't want to have to ship it. To me, I don't think people would want to pay the shipping for the cast iron. But let me know in the comments if you think I should have got the cast iron. I always appreciate the comments. I learn from the comments. I'm still looking for that red telephone. I so appreciate the lady that made the comment about the telephone that I found at the bins and left and should have brought home with me. Now that was probably hand painted, and it's something I could have picked up, but I didn't. These are cute little sets. That's a very modern clock. And these, they looked like they had taken the wire shapes and put them on a string, and they were going to hang them on a tree. Now, again, this is in a box. We're going to look in the box. These are wooden dowels or plastic dowels. And it was, $3.50 for the whole box? I probably should have bought them, but not to resell. I probably should have bought them for the garden. So I'd have stakes for the tomatoes and peppers and plants like that. These could be modern. There are 4 of them, but the other parts of the lamp aren't with them. I have sold tops like that before. I've sold ballasts before. I was so excited at the bins when I found the ballast. I'm like, grab the box. And I did look these up. There's a ton of them listed and not hardly any sold. And I got the ballast for like $2 or $3 because it had glass in it. And I think I sold it for $45. Just, you got to look around. It's a doggy mat. I wonder, I probably should have looked in that case too. Now, they're hair dryers, they're curling irons. Again, there are some that sell really well for a lot of money. They're the high-end designer ones. Most of the ones that you're going to find at the Goodwill store are the Walmart brand, and they're not going to sell very well. Or you can sell them. If they're yours and you have them in your closet and you just need to get rid of them, you could sell them, but they're not going to be a quote-unquote money maker. Again, more lamps. Oh, look, a container. If it's in a container, what's the saying? If it's in a container, it's not hoarding. Or if it's 3 or more, it's a collection. Something like that. This bag is not a toy. But it was brand new, the reason why I looked at it. And these actually ended up in the cart for me. I know I put them down, but I went back and got them later. I have a jar that was kind of cool, I thought. But I didn't want to have to ship something glass that big. And this little guy, I probably should have picked up. There's 1 or 2 listed, not any sold, but I should have looked it up. I think I could have made some money on it. And these little guys, I got the set, was so excited about them. They're vintage, they're very old, and I got home and realized some of them were broken. Oh, I was just like crushed. And if I was going to buy pillows at Goodwill, I would probably, or at St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop, I would probably sell them on Facebook Marketplace. These are very desirable now. People are cutting them up and making vests and skirts and pants and stuff with them. I always check out the lamps. If that one had the rest of it with it, it would be a really cool lamp. It's probably vintage. Probably both of those right there are vintage. And that one's kind of modern. I don't know about that one. That one's very modern. That's a really modern one, the little white one down there on the bottom. Look at the little poo. You never know. You go through an aisle, you might find something that somebody left. This one is definitely vintage. You can tell just because of the paint. And oh my gosh, I had a chip. I was going to get it. Oh. But if you really want to tell if it's vintage, you look at the plug-in. These plug-ins are the same size and the same shape. That means it's vintage. The cord is plastic, it's vintage. If the cord was not glass wrapped, if the cord was cloth wrapped, it would be antique. And the difference is whether the plugs are polarized, As you can tell, I'm in a different place again. Clean clothes. Just got out of the shower. I am just going through a season that just keeps hitting. But I was really excited when I found this footage and realized I had enough for another video. I really wanted to include this video and put it up because of the lamp at the end. And I wish I had more footage of actually looking at it so I could have talked about it instead of just showing the picture. But I hope you get the idea about being able to look at a lamp and look at the cord and look at the plug-in to be able to know whether it's antique, vintage, or more modern. Sometimes you do have to be careful, like that last slide said with all the words from that website, that you can have a very old lamp and it can have a repaired cord on it or a repaired plug-in. But that's just a quick way to look and to know. The other reason why I really wanted to include the footage is because, again, of the bubble lights. I will put a picture up here of them. The ones that I found were clear. I thought there was more footage of me looking at them and having them instead of just this little picture of the edge of them. If you haven't seen them, you know, this is what they look like. These are a clear set. I'm gonna have to look up actually what date they were made. The original ones are the multicolored ones. That you do have to be very careful with them. They were discontinued because of the amount of heat in the bulb. It would warp or melt the plastic, which is not good, which could actually be a fire hazard. But again, I was so excited when I found them. I was like, I just, you know, picked them up and went on. One of those things I should have just put it in the cart and then gone and looked at it like I do with other things. Put them in the cart and then I go look them up. But thank you as always for coming along. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the comments. We read the comments. We learn from the comments. I'm still looking for that red phone. Black ones aren't, well, there's lots of them listed. They just don't sell. But red phones are pieces that people want to put in their decor. I also wanted to let you know it's, you know, going to be really short notice. If I get this up today is Wednesday, Saturday I have a Whatnot show. I believe it's a clearance. I need to clear the racks, and there are several bins back there. I'll put a link down in the description. You can follow me on Whatnot and get a free $10 credit to spend in any shop you'd like. We'd love for you to use it in my shop or Ramanda's shop, Crystal Clear Downloads. And then Ramanda will not be having a show Saturday night. I have to work and she's going to pack up Crystal Clear Downloads because on Sunday we are going to be at the Mimosa Festival at the Armory, St. Louis. They are expecting 3,000 people. So we're excited and a little bit like, so we're packing everything. I don't know if that includes my jewelry, but all of Crystal Clear Downloads is going. And of course, we'll be doing the scoops with intuitive readings. It's only from 11 to 4, but with that many people, we are hoping to have a gangbuster show. So if you are in the St. Louis area, come see us. I believe tickets are $15, and that gets you a mimosa when you walk in the door. And we've already gotten our instructions for where to be there and how to come in, and I'm guessing they've had trouble in the past because it's like you come in one at a time and we will personally take you to your spot, and you cannot trade with any of your neighbors or anybody. It's like, oh, okay. So I do have a, maybe Saturday is a clearance show Saturday. And then if you've been following for a while, I also sell sacred decor, things for your altar, your candles, your crystals, whatnot, dishes on whatnot. And I also sell jewelry. This one is a copper wire wrapped amethyst. It is said that the copper amplifies the power of the amethyst. I don't think I have any more copper wire or any wire wrapped necklaces left, but I do have plenty of different stones. I have about 10 trays of stones. So if you need some jewelry, if you're new to the crystal world, if you just like to wear crystals, come check out those shows. When you follow me, you will see shows at the top, and just click on it and it will give a list of all my shows. And as always, remember that you are blessed to be a blessing. So go out and make today